stood next to Mark Tortuga as he took in the contents of the file, frozen in fear for a myriad of reasons. Having revealed to him that there were still more Shellcorp secrets being withheld, the Doctor feared Mark's retribution. Instead of anger, a smile washed over the face of Mark. Flipping through the pages of the file, Mark read of another underground Shellcorp location, hidden in the forest outside the shell, housing an incredible, game-changing invention. Unable to contain his excitement at this newest revelation, he called over his trusted general. Before them lay the location and specs of the T420 time machine by Shellcorp. The true meaning of this revelation quickly becoming apparent to everyone in the room. While any sane Nanotopian would look at this amazing turn of events as a way to save themselves, Mark saw it as a way to expand his domination exponentially. Mark Tortuga immediately ordered a team of Shell recon soldiers to find and enter the cave. General Sorescale, ever the thorough tactician, diligently continued to read every word in the file, putting together the full picture of the decades of work behind this incredible device. As he worked his way deeper into the file, the seemingly mundane documents revealed stunning information. An inventory of a containment room inside this new cavern revealed a massive treasure trove. If the document was to be believed, the room must be gigantic, supposedly stacked to the ceiling with chests of varying sizes full of selenium. Next, he came across a list of codes. At first, not sure what he was looking at, the General's mind soon began to make some sense of the list. The more he pondered the codes that lay before his eyes, one consistent detail began to emerge. Encoded within each piece of information was a year. The General realised that he was looking at a list of locations. These were not locations in space, but in time. Eager to feast their eyes on this reality-shaking device, Mark Tortuga and General Sorescale left to join the Shell soldiers at the newly discovered compound. The General enlightening Mark to all the additional details in the file while en route. Amongst the data Mark was most concerned with was the list of codes. Scanning the pieces of information that the General had deciphered, his eyes became fixated on one line. Their convoy soon arrived at the secret location. Deep within the forest of Nanotopia, the entrance to the underground compound that housed the T420 time machine was expertly nestled nearly out of sight. Once Mark and the General saw the entrance, their rage began to return. Barely visible in a grove of trees and underbush sat the entrance. The exterior and doorway built to resemble a shell, bearing all the markings of being a creation of a legendary Shelley Tortuga. Inside, Mark Tortuga and General Sorescale were faced with everything that was contained in the file, all of it being true, all of it still there, including the selenium. With confirmation of this information as reality, Mark already knew his first move. Turning to General Sorescale, Mark aggressively jabbed his finger into the document. The General looked at the line of code he had pointed to. As he read the year that it contained, he knew exactly what Mark was thinking. The when that they were preparing to visit was legendary. The year in the code was the year that Shelley Tortuga finally opened the Shell Research and Development Lab. It was also the time when Nanotopia's other legend, Albert Green, was at the height of his ultra-anima domination. In one fell swoop, Mark had been gifted the ability to farm resources, widen his oppressive reach for power, and extract the revenge he had longed for all his life. The Doctor was shaken to the core. Back at his laboratory at the Shell, he was overcome by the weight of his decision. Having fully expected to be a victim of Mark's rage when he revealed that he had been keeping information from him, the Doctor had not expected to leave the room alive. He now began to coalesce his new mission. With the drive to make up for his years of apathy and self-preservation, the Doctor was determined to do anything he could do to set things straight. The task was daunting. Trapped inside the shell, seemingly alone in his quest, the Doctor was determined to save Steve Tortuga, Nanotopia, and its glorious utopian past.